welcome. This is the Horde item location guide on Grad with me, Knuglur. Well, let's take a look. Here in the courtyard we can find the rock for 5 monies. Here on the main floor in the keep you can find the bear trap. And standing by this shed at the field you can find this hoe. Very nice. On the main floor of the keep you can also find this dagger. Here on the second floor of the keep you can find an assortment of light armor. Very practical. And if we walk down to the main floor of the keep again, we can find total regulatory first aid equipment. In the courtyard over here, by this wooden structure, you can find the wooden mallet, the toolbox, and of course toolbox ammo. How else are you gonna load your toolbox? And here, over by the smith, it's not so surprising to find the Blacksmith Hammer. And just to the right, on the main floor of this tower, we can find these throwing knives. Very nice. And in the courtyard on this barrel, we can find a short sword stuck to it. Here by the wagon, we can find the buckler. And back to the courtyard, by these tables, we can find this axe casually leaning. And to find the mace, we must walk down here to the basement and down these stairs, and there it is, the mace. The Targe shield can be found on the second floor of this tower. In this house we can find the throwing axe lying and resting on the bed, right there. And if we head back to the stables in the courtyard, we can find the rusty fork, casually leaning without a worry in the world. And if we head back into the keep, we can find here on the second floor the arming sword. And if we head into the other room, we find the Warhammer. And to find the Falchion, we must head down here into the dungeons, right through here, and there we go. And the rapier can be found in this tower, the same as the throwing knife. Just head straight through the door. And there it is. The Scythe can be found at these tables, on the left part facing this way, right here. The Recurve Bow is found at the roof of the keep, right over here. Engage cheese mode. If the light legs aren't doing it for you, you can find the medium ones over here at the ramparts. So you wanna roleplay the Mother of Dragons? Well, in this house you can find the firebomb. Burn those enemies. On the main floor in this tower you can find the Billhook, the poor man's halberd. On the main floor of the keep we can also find the bastard sword, very close to the dagger. And if we head over to this house by the field, we can find the Kite Shield right inside here. On the second floor of this tower you can find the Pavise Shield. It's great for those times when you find incessant amounts of turd being thrown your way. Back by the smith we can find this medium helmet. Feeling like a knight? Well, not until you visit this house. and pick up this sweet longsword. Are you feeling like the Recurve Bow isn't enough? Well, head over here and pick up the Crossbow. Now, to find the messer, we have to go down into the basement and continue down into the dungeon. And here it is. And on the loft of these tables, we can find both the medium chest and the executioner sword. Now, back at the ramparts here, we can find the battle axe. And we find the Eveningstar here, right by the messer. In this house we find the best your legs can get, the heavy legs. And if we want the Kite Shield, just head to the Falchion, turn around, and here it is. So you realized that the Recurve Bow and Crossbow wasn't enough? Well, here by this tower you find the Longbow. Now by the smith you can also find the Greatsword. Very good for swinging around the battlefield. But you might not be much of a swinger, you like to poke one by one. Then you find the Estoc here, in the same room as the Mace. So you're someone that likes poles and axes. Well, head down to the messer and continue a little further down into the dungeon and we have the thing for you, the pole axe. Over by this house at the field we can find the Bardiche. And over here by the sawmill we can find the heavy helmet. It's perfect to protect that pretty face. So the mace isn't enough for you. You want something bigger. Well, down here in the basement, continue. And to the right here you can find the Maul. And in this house by the field you can find the Zweihander, the best German engineering can achieve. And down by the messer in the Eveningstar you can find the heavy chest. Perfect to protect yourself against the relentless onslaught of enemies. You want some range? Well, the spear can be found down this hole right in the first room over here. Down by the Falchion you can find the Halberd. A Halberd, the best of the best. And of course, on the courtyard here we can find the 3 chests. Don't use them. Also, there's a second bandage down here by the Kite Shield, just up here. Thanks for watching, and I will try to release the guides for the other 3 maps before the end of this week. Cheers!